Alright guys, today we are going to be talking about your Pokemon investments in 2022 and what this bear market could mean for you. So if you're new here guys, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and as always, hit that like. We can get 75 likes in this video. It's greatly appreciated. It helps us out a ton. And of course, it's free for you. So make sure you hit that like before you leave. Now, when we look at the Pokemon TCG and what's happening in the Pokemon trading card game, and also what's happening in the market and in the investment side in Pokemon 2022, we're seeing a lot of things starting to show some fractures. Number one reason because of this is happening is that there is a good chance that we will be falling into a bear market in the United States. And when that happens, that'll really start causing some fatigue, especially in this area. The reason being is that Pokemon is a luxury good at the end of the day, and luxury goods are always the first ones that you remove off the table. I have done the exact same thing. I am not purchasing as much new sealed product. I am not purchasing as much of the booster boxes as they come out. I'm not doing a lot of speculation on sealed product right now, just because it's really, really difficult to find those deals where you feel comfortable to pull the trigger on it. So the question is when you're doing investments in Pokemon in 2022, or if you're trying to run a Pokemon business in 2022, what are your options in order to keep that cash flow coming and be able to continue to make that next leap forward, or be able to get positioned for a time in this market where everything drops and becomes more affordable for you to purchase? We're going to see some really good times here for some buyers. And if you are a buyer and you want to become a buyer, it is coming, guys. We are going to be seeing some good opportunities coming forth here as we slip further and further into these economic situations. No, a lot of times it's just the fact of the matter is if you hold on the money and you plan accordingly and you understand how the market works, you know that you can get some good deals from people that are just trying to get out, and you could pick these things up at fantastic pricing. So what we're going to continue to see here is if we slip into a bear market, we will actually be seeing people leaving the Pokemon TCG or minimally buying things. We've already seen it on PWCC. We're seeing it on heritage auctions. Some of those cards that were going extremely high even a month or two ago are now dropping in price rather quickly. Also, we're seeing it in the actual sales side of things. Sealed product is selling a lot more difficult. We're not seeing the hard gains or high gains that we've been seeing in the past year or two, almost 2 years, a year and a half now. And perfect example that I already pulled up a couple weeks ago was that RCSV box. When that came out, we were expecting a good turnaround on that. The pre-buys on it were extremely high. We were seeing a $24.99 box getting pre-bought at about $45, and we thought that this box had a really good chance of doing extremely well. Well, when it got released, there was a little bit more than expected, which of course we figured would pull that market down. And of course, every time the product's released, we always expect that kind of drop or pullback. So it's not an expected thing. And to be able to find them on the shelf now, almost a month after release, almost a month and a half after the release of that box, we have an issue where people are not purchasing these things. And when you start seeing that continually happen, that means that there's something going on in the market where people are not willing to spend money on stuff. Now, there is a silver lining to this. If you are an investor and you're looking at good opportunities and you believe wholeheartedly that the Pokemon TCG will do well throughout time and in the future, then you definitely want to be jumping on these items. There's great opportunities to do that. This RCSV box still being in stock is unheard of. That would have been gone in a week in most situations in the past. But now it's still there. The boxes I've been watching, my Walmart just got another 6 of them. So now they have 13 of them sitting on a shelf. MJ Holding is slowly releasing these, which is partially contributing to it, but it also should help sales because people see a shortage and they buy more. But that doesn't seem to be a working tactic any longer when it comes even to MJ Holding selling these products. What's the alternative? Where do we go from here? And what's the best solutions that you can do if you're trying to kind of make a little side money in the Pokemon TCG with a Pokemon business like myself running it on TCG Player and also on eBay and going on to also social media sites, is collections, guys. People are getting out of the hobby. And when people get out of the hobby, they tend to sell their collections, and they sell them at a reasonable price where you can actually be able to pick these up at a good deal. Now, I've picked up 2 collections in the last week, and they've been really nice collections. Some of them had some vintage cards. Some of them had some modern cards. They're all VMAXs, Vs, alternate arts. There's a lot of the old hollows. There's a bunch of base set hollows. I got a bunch of Gym Challenge, Gym Hero, all the way through Neo, some hollows through there. But the only stipulation I had is when I purchased the collection, they were selling me the binder. And when you go to play these things, I'm going to tell you, ask about bulk. I know people sit there and wonder about bulk and how to get rid of bulk. And people are saying that bulk prices are going to just burn and there's not going to be any profitability in it. The reason I say to buy bulk is it's not so much all the bulk cards themselves, but inside of there sometimes is where you can make some decent profit, especially if you have a TCG player account, or if you have a Toad and Troll account, or if you're even having an eBay account. There's some great opportunities to maybe pull some of those cards out of here and make up the difference on the bulk. Now, I've gone through about 7 boxes of bulk, and I have pulled close to 300 cards that are actually selling for decent money on TCG Player out of these bulk containers that these people were just going to keep. And when I asked for them, I asked, hey, you got bulk? I'll just take those too. They didn't even charge me for them most of the time. They don't really want any money because then they got to deal with the hassles of getting 2-3 cents a card and have to bundle these things and do all the work. And for most individuals, they don't understand that that's a lot of work for a little pay. You got to have a ton of it in order to really make some money on it. And for myself, I take the time to lay them out, find the good cards, and do that. So guys, there are some opportunities, and that's one of the opportunities that I've been playing is that I get all the full art trainers, all the full art cards, the hollows and everything, and pretty much pay for them at whatever the TCG player price. I always try and get at least 15% lower to 20%. That way I can cover my seller's fees and, of course, be able to make a little bit of a profit, at least 5 to 10% on those sales right now. But the bulk, if I can get that for free, that's bonus, guys. That's where your money's going to be. That's where you can actually get some really good extra bonus money out of these sets or out of these people, is instead of just getting all them sets and paying exactly TCG Player for the binder or getting 20% less, I now get 100% profit from these ones when I sell them on TCG Player. So that's a huge advantage for myself. It's a little bit of work. It's going to get to be a grind, guys. If you want to continue to be successful in a Pokemon business, small time in your basement, such as myself, you're going to have to put in the work. It's going to be a lot of work to get that little bit of money, but overall it's rewarding and it can continue to build your business and continue to keep you moving in the right direction. So these are just some suggestions. Currently, we will keep an eye out. I'm going to start looking at some of these sealed products because some of them are doing well. I mean, we're seeing Chilling Reign and Battle Styles now doing an upward march that wasn't there a couple months ago. I'm seeing Chilling Reign booster boxes now starting to consistently sell over $100, which was surprising. So if you had purchased those Chilling Reign booster boxes at $72 to $80, like some of us did, there's some great opportunities coming up on that also where you could maybe sell those and make your money back on those now and be able to get ready for the Evolving Skies reprints. And of course, holiday season's coming up. I know it's hard to say that right now in June, but you got to remember in 3 months, we are going to be seeing the holiday prints coming out for Black Friday and also the Christmas sales for the Pokemon TCG. We'll be seeing new boxes. We'll be seeing new figurine collections. We'll be seeing new products that'll be hitting the shelves with some great opportunities to possibly pick those up and do some really good things with them. So right now, if you can get rid of some of that overhead on one end and take that and roll it into the next stuff coming up here in the fall, we will have some pretty good things coming through, I believe, and some good opportunities. It'll always be an opportunity. It just depends on the workload that you want to put on yourself and if you can handle that workload. So once again, this bear market's going to get scary, guys. We're going to have to remember that you're going to have to become selective. You're going to have to do a lot more work, and you're really going to have to start understanding the Pokemon TCG. If you are new to this and you are really trying to become a beginner in Pokemon investment, you need to really start doing your homework on what sets are popular, what cards are popular, what makes those cards popular, what cards are playable, and also look back in the past and see which products were more successful than others, because in the long run, those will give you the edges that'll make you successful in the next 5 years. Once again, market's slowing. People are losing a ton of money right now out of their paychecks to just cover their normal expenses. And as that continues and as we fall into a bear market, people are losing their crypto. People are losing a lot of these things. Bitcoin is down under $20,000 now, which is a huge hit to that crypto market. And we're seeing all the other cryptocurrencies falling with them. And that is going to affect how much money people have in their pockets and how much they're going to put on a secondary luxury good such as the Pokemon TCG. So guys, just keep that in mind as you're moving forward. Become smarter, work harder, and you'll be more successful in the Pokemon TCG in the next few years. Granted, I think there'll be another boom. I think we'll see another resurgence if this economy comes back to a normal state. I think we have enough new people in this hobby that this hobby could exponentially continue to grow. I'm seeing new people come in still, and new people coming into this hobby is a fantastic deal, guys. When you hear people asking legitimate questions and just asking if these cards are valuable, what am I looking for in these cards, I'm seeing a lot on these Pokemon sites. So that's a great sign that even though the economy is shifting the way it is, we are still getting new people, new blood, new minds, and new ideas continually coming into this hobby. So guys, hopefully that brings you some good information. Hopefully it kind of gets you in a little bit different state of mind here as we move into a potential bear market, or worst case scenario is a possible recession here. I think we're not going to see it here in the second quarter. We think we're going to see a positive gain in the second quarter here in the economy, but we definitely could be seeing some issues in the third and fourth quarter coming up, especially with retail stores starting to slow down. So guys, other than that, if I did bring you some good information, as always, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, last but not least, hit that like. We can get 75 likes on this video. It's greatly appreciated, helps out a ton, and it's free for you. So other than that, if I did bring you some good information, check out these two videos up over here. I will put them up for your information and education afterwards, and I will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.